Hello. Today we'll be showing you how you can use Fusion 360 and Fusion Team to work and collaborate from home. Before we get started, let me provide a little background on us. M2 Technologies is a consulting firm focused on productivity, improving manufacturing process efficiency, and reducing manufacturing costs. Using generative design and best-in-class manufacturing and assessment management processes, our team of industry experts can help you become more sustainable, more profitable, and more prepared to meet the demands of urbanization in a rapidly changing world. Our services include CAD management, software development, design automation, simulation, data management, project lifecycle management, generative design, visualization, CAM, CIO advisory services, training, and standards development. For more information on the products and services we provide, please see our contact information at the end of the video. In this seminar, we will be covering Fusion 360, Fusion projects, Fusion Teams, desktop connector, and connecting Vault to cloud storage. Fusion 360 is an integrated CAD, CAM, and CAE software that simplifies the workflow onto one platform. Within one workspace, you can manage 3D modeling, electronics, generative design, manufacturing, simulation, and drawings, as well as some other tools. This simplifies the data management and maintains a revision structure within the program. Fusion uses cloud-based storage and computing. You can access files and collaborate on your web browser and locally with Desktop Connect without the need for a shared network. You are able to work on files offline, but all it takes to share and collaborate is an internet connection. When you're in an office, but especially when you're working from home, your system might get bogged down by some of the more demanding processes. This is why you can process jobs like generative design, renderings, and toolpath on the cloud, which speeds up the process and avoids taxing your local system. In Fusion 360, everything happens inside a team. A team is a collaborative environment where you can store design data and work on your own or with collaborators. Each seat of Fusion 360 comes with a personal team which you can then add members to. Whether you are the only member of your team or collaborating with others, you are always in control of your data and can define who can access it. In this first demo, we are going to cover how to create new projects, copy files to new projects, view projects on the web, and how to manage designs on the web. Here we have a design that Carl made in Fusion 360. Now we're going to start by showing you how to make a new project. If you come up to the control panel, you can see our team listed here. We're going to go over to New Project. We then will name our project. For this project, we are going to name it Vault Cloud Files. This is because we are going to link this project to our Vault later on. When we open up the new project, you can see that there are no files in it yet. So to start off, we're going to add some files here. We'll come back to our team. You can see we only have one team to choose from, which is a team. When we hit home, we can then see all of our active projects on this team. We'll open up projects, and when we scroll down, we can find the shoulder plane that we are working on. We'll copy this design and then save it in our Vault Cloud Files project. Now that we've transferred this design to our Vault Cloud Files, we can begin working on it within the project. We can drop down the details here and view design on the web or the entire project on the web by these buttons. When we do, our web browser page will look something like this. we can see up in the top left corner the name of our project and all the files inside. We can create a new design or upload files to this project directly from here. When we create a new design, we will open a web client that looks similar to the desktop client for Fusion 360. Although this client is a little more limited, we will be able to create a basic design within it. So we are going to create a sketch. We'll make a rectangle here. We'll finish the sketch and then create to extrude this into a small block. Once we do this, we can save our file. We will call it Web Design. If we drop down the workspace, you can see that most of the tools are grayed out, although we will have full access to those in the desktop client. Now when we refresh our project, we'll see our new part, Web Design. We are going to open the shoulder plane now. You can see here the design overview. If we click on View, we will open the 3D viewer. The 3D viewer is a collaborative workspace we can use to interact with the part, to inspect, or to collaborate with others. We can rotate and move the part around in order to get a better view. We can then use the measuring tool to examine dimensions of the part. We can use a section analysis to see internal parts and geometry. This is an easy to interact with tool, as you can drag it to move it or rotate even to get a better view at what you're looking for. You then can use an exploded view, and by moving this dial, break apart the design in order to look at the individual components. When you are done looking at the exploded view, you can just move the dial back to reassemble the part. You can print an image directly from the viewer in order to share with your clients or other collaborators. When we bring them up side by side, you can see that the projects are the same in the desktop Fusion 360 app and the web client. Fusion Team comes with Fusion 360, but it's also a standalone tool. It is a cloud-based collaboration tool that can be accessed through a web browser. It has a built-in viewer and markup tool for collaboration that can be used for Fusion and other CAD-based products. For members who don't need access to all the engineering tools in Fusion 360, there's a team participant subscription. These seats cost significantly less than Fusion 360 subscriptions and give access to all of the tools available in the web browser client. You can access the files within the team, you can download, upload, and edit, and you have access to the collaboration tools to view, measure, and comment on models. In the next demo, we are going to cover more of the tools for managing Fusion on the web. We will cover the different project types, open, closed, and secret. These will help you control the visibility for different team members. We will discuss deleting projects and how to manage your team. Within the team, we will add new team members, manage the team, and similar to the project types, there are 3 member roles: project contributor, team member, and team administrator. These roles will control the level of access members have within a project. And finally, we will be covering some of the collaboration tools available. We have Fusion Teams open on Carl's account. He created the A team, so he has access to all the administrative tools. we're going to select the Home button and then scroll down to the project we previously created, Vault Cloud Files. Here you can see all of the files that we've added, and we're going to select this tab on the side, Project Details. If we click the Settings button, we will open up windows where we can manage project types, Open, Close, and Secret. For now, we're going to leave the project as closed. If we click Manage Members, you can see that Carl is the only member of the team right now. If we select Invite, we can then add new members to the project. I'm going to type in my email to send me an invitation to be a collaborator on the project. Now you can see that I am active on the project. Currently my role is set to editor, but you can change that by clicking on this drop-down menu here. We're now going to switch over to my computer to show the team members view. I got an email saying I've been added to the project, so I can click the link and it'll take me to Fusion Team. Now you can see I'm logged into my own team, but if I select my icon, I can change to the A team. There's only one project in the team I can see, and if we open the project, you can see that all of our files are here. As an editor on the project, I can create a new file or upload. If I open up the shoulder plane, I can then open the viewer and collaborate on this project. I can inspect it and use the comments to comment on different parts. I'm going to type raise top and post this comment so that others can see. I have access to all the tools that Carl did earlier, like the measuring tool to inspect the part, and I can pin comments to specific locations. With markup, I can do a call out to a point. I'm going to select the handle and I'm going to say make larger. I'm going to save that comment and it's going to post a bubble there to draw Carl's attention to later. I'm then going to comment on an object. I'm going to select the side and maybe I want to change the material, so I'll leave that note for Carl here. Now I can see all of the comments I've made in the side panel. Now if we switch back over to Carl's computer, he received a notification that comments were made on his design, so he's going to go back and review them. He'll open up the part and go to View. You can already see the bubbles where I made comments. If he moves his cursor over them, he can see the comments I made earlier. This one looks like an easy fix, so he's going to make a reply now. Here he's going to say that he'll change the material to steel. And then he'll post his reply. Now he's going to open up the side panel to view the other comments. He's going to reply to this second comment. Maybe this isn't a change that is doable within the design criteria, so he'll make a note of that now. Now that he's done collaborating on this design, he's going to exit back out. If he clicks on his icon up here, he can go into admin settings. In the team settings, you can change the team name, the file sharing, and the access. Here you can manage members and roles. You'll see that Tim is invited in this group but is set to inactive. You can't delete members from a team, so you can set them to inactive to restrict their access to the team. If we select invite, we can then invite members to the team as a whole rather than just to a certain project. If we go to the Projects tab, we can control the visibility of individual projects. We can archive these projects, which removes them from the main tab. This is the first step in deleting. Once you've archived a project, you can then go in and delete the project. We can manage the roles of team members within each project. You can change from editor to viewer. You can see that Carl is set as project admin. You can see that all of the projects are set to closed and are all active. If we hit home, we can go back and see our projects. You can archive them here as well. If you open it up and go to project details, we'll go back into changing the project type. The three types are again open, closed, and secret. An open project can be seen by all team members and they can request access. Closed, only members invited can access the project, and secret will only be visible to members who have been invited to the project. Right now we're going to set this project to open. We can change the project name here. Go back into admin settings to members and role. You can change me from a team contributor to a team member. Now when we go back into manage roles of the project, I no longer show up as a project member, only as a team member. Desktop Connector is a desktop service that integrates an Autodesk data management source or data source with your desktop folder and file structure for easy file management. The files in the data source are replicated in the connected drive. You can manage files in data source through the connected drive just as you would any other folder on your machine. Changes made in the connected drive are then automatically uploaded to the data source. For Fusion, this means you will see a Fusion 360 folder on your local system that connects directly to your Fusion teams, and any changes made in one of the locations will automatically update the others. This makes it easy to work on shared files without having to run through your web browser or a shared network. To install Desktop Connector, you must first go to your Fusion team folder, select a project folder, and select the icon on the top right corner, and then select Install Desktop Connector. This will create a location on your hard drive referred to as a connected drive, where it will replicate files added or updated in your Fusion projects and folders. For our final demo, we will be covering how to set up your Vault Cloud Drive, how to use the Vault Cloud Drive, and a web overview. We are signed into our Vault server. We want to be able to share files in the cloud. We can open our File Explorer and see our Fusion Projects folder. Here is the project we created earlier, Vault Cloud Files. Right now, we only have Fusion Design files in here. Fusion Designs can't be stored in Vault, so we're going to grab some Inventor parts. We're going to create a new folder in the Vault. For convenience, we are going to name it the same as our Fusion project, Vault Cloud Files. Okay. Now that we have the folder we want to connect, we can set up the link. First, go to Tools, Administration, Vault Settings, go to Collaborate, and press Configure. If your job server isn't turned on at this point, you'll get an error message telling you to go to Global Settings and turn it on. We're going to create a new cloud drive mapping. We'll name it Fusion Drive. We'll select our Vault folder, and then we're going to select our Fusion drive. We'll open Fusion 360, A-Team, and select Vault Cloud Files. Now if we want, we can set up an auto sync. We can choose what direction we want the sync to take place, schedule the time, and filter what files to sync. We're not going to set up anything for now. We can exit out of this. Now we have our connection made. You can see there's a download from cloud button now. However, we don't have any Inventor parts to download at the moment, so we're going to move some into our new folder. We go to the Project Explorer, we find an assembly here. We're going to move this assembly to our Vault Cloud files. Now when we select this assembly, we see an Upload to Cloud Drive button. I'm going to press that now and make sure it's going to the right destination and upload. We can check our job queue and we'll see that the status is still pending. In order to get this going now, we can open up our job processor. We see that nothing is running, so if we pause and then resume, it's now uploading the files. Now we go back to our Fusion project folder. Give it a moment to refresh, and there are our new parts. We now open up the web client, go into our project, and you'll see that the parts are in here as well. Now we're going to upload a part into our current project. It's called body. We give it a moment to upload, and now it is in our Fusion folder. If we open it up and go to the view, you can see it's still downloading. So we'll give this a moment to prepare and go back to the overview. Now, if we open up our connected drive, we can see that the body has been added here as well. However, when we go back to the vault, it's not here. Even after we refresh, we still don't have the body part. However, we can download from cloud, select the part we want, and it will be added to the vault. This is where setting up a sync can be useful, especially setting up at the beginning or end of the workday to make sure that all locations are on the same page. I'm going to open up the job roster and give it a jump start again. And now when we refresh, our part has been downloaded to the vault. Now we'll open it up again in the viewer. And you can see it finished configuring. We can inspect the part here just as we did with the Fusion designs. If we open up the assembly that we connected earlier, we can view the full assembly here. When we go back to the overview, you can see that each of the individual parts is also referenced. We can click on any of them to go to their overview or see them individually. This concludes our overview of working remotely with Fusion 360 and Fusion Teams. If you have any questions about best practices for working remotely or any of the products we discussed today, please visit our website or contact us directly. Thank you for watching.